The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Touchdown, 49ers! Well, we've seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now, because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half, backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. So that one, just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football, because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Prater for the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground.
And Arizona spent the entire offseason with their eyes firmly towards making the playoffs in 2021. A big reason they signed J.J. Watt. Not only does he still have a lot left in the tank, think about the great leadership he'll provide this team, as well as some terrific play.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, he's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Here's Murray.
He'll drop this down to Peterson.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it. But what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm. And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Murray fighting, lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And the Niners are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Now, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
And he will go out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. (7-7) our score after one. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. A gain of 6 there on first. So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number 1 wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number 1 guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But it's also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number 1 guy, and they're ready to step up.
They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now the rookie screen. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Steps away. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Murray now on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And this is caught. It's Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They go quickly here out to Moore. Touchdown, Cardinals! Rondale Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
144 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll let this go for the end zone. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Gold to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. Murray now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Again, he targets Moore. This one is complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, Mahomes completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get this down to the 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Gold is able to put it through. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's got this down to the 35. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Throwing on first down is Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. And there's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh, and his best year with the Steelers, 2018, named a Pro Bowler after a 973-yard, 13-touchdown campaign. Mixed results the last couple of years as he's been in and out of the lineup, but with consistency, he can still be an effective runner.
And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now Murray. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They toss it left side to Peterson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Adrian Peterson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Cardinals 21.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Murray now. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. Back now here in Santa Clara. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Murray now to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And Murray's going to keep this.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, Peterson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Peterson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Marco Wilson. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Cardinals 42, 49ers 24.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And not a very good return at all. He won't even get this back to the 15.
At their own 14-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal, and I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Cardinals 49, 49ers 24.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They go play fake. Mahomes. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Samuel. He will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 2.
At the Cardinals 23-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Johnson's got it complete. Touchdown 49ers. Marcus Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They find some open field here. AP still got it, and he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. 157 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep